My screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think we can start, right? Okay. So, good evening, one and all present here. So, my name is Dr. Harish Kumar. I'm working as an assistant professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Nitte Meenakshi Institute of Technology, Bangalore. So, first of all, I would like to thank ISI India. For conducting such free certified webinar. It's so useful for different multidisciplinary aspects. So right today, so we are just going to have a brief talk on how the electric vehicles are taking the world. In fact, the electric vehicles are become an important part for the coming future generations. So before getting back to exactly what is an electric vehicle, so first I would like to remind everyone. So why these electric vehicles or anything in this world? I mean, it started existing, right? So there's always connection between a man and energy. When we talk about man and energy, so right from the existence of the mankind on this earth, like several billion years ago, there was always some energy demand with the mankind. First he derived the energy through eating plants, then started hunting animals, and then main breakthrough was when there's invention of fire. Then again the energy demand kept on increasing. The fire was utilized by the mankind for warming himself during the cold climatic conditions. Also, that was utilized for same energy was utilized for cooking as well. So still went on, the energy demand kept on increasing. So this energy demand then he started utilizing the animals for the agricultural land, derived energy through that, and started deriving energy from solar, wind for sailing. So the hydropowers are different. So till today, till present, the energy demand of the mankind is continuously increasing. So this is what I would like to say. So according to the Renewable Energy Global Status Report, global energy status, the global energy demand increased up to 2.3% post-COVID. But still maximum utilization of energy was still fossil fuels. So we highly depend, still 79.9% of energy is being derived from fossil fuels. So we highly still depend on the fossil fuels. And there are some like 2.2% of nuclear energy, and there's traditional biomass of around 6.9%. And we can say the increase in the modern renewables is started by utilizing the renewable energy resources. That's up to 11% according to the report. This usage of world towards moving towards sustainability has been increasing day by day, is what I can say. Also, the global energy demand is increasing. So because of the global energy demand increasing, you can see another aspect of it where there's a continuous and tremendous work going on, with depends on the economy of the different countries. So there is emission of carbon dioxide related globally is very high. It has increased up to 1.7%, I can say. And also the global temperature rise. So that currently it is up to 1 to 1.3 degrees centigrade. So if this scenario continues, if this scenario of fulfilling the energy demand by various utilization of petroleum products, the global energy temperature rise is could be increased up to it is predicted to increase up to 1.5 to 1.7 degrees centigrade. That is expected between 2030 to 2050. So due to which we could face drastic climatic conditions, global warming, etc. So in order to eradicate all these issues, there are certain policies, there are certain initiatives which has been taken by different governments put together all over the world. One such is the Paris climate change. So, and there are different agents like international energy agencies. The climatic change panel is working towards the in order to eradicate the global energy drastic changes. So also in other way to fulfill the global energy demand. So what is the other alternative for this? So in fact, to move towards the global sustainability. Okay, so according to the UN Economic and Social Council on Sustainable Goals, 92 billion tons of material savings can be achieved if at all we are improving the existing systems or a system which has been incorporated towards sustainability. Also, this lower consumption of energy and materials can be obtained, so you can reduce the total waste generated, and thus leading to highly vital developed systems. So highly vital developed systems will give you higher efficiency, but you will have a good lifespan. It will increase the lifespan of any systems in general. Particularly also they are very environmental friendly to an extent, so it will also give you a good cost effectiveness, so that you can carry out the work further. Also, main importantly is the lower emissions. So this drastic climatic change, which can be eradicated by using an alternative method. One is to improve the systems, and other is to incorporate renewable systems. So likewise, the global sustainability in the automotive sector, what we can see, automotive sector, of course, every day, every man and the everyday is vehicle. What we see right now, without the vehicle, no one, I don't think so anybody can survive at this present day. So one such, again, the same issues facing, like the drastic climatic changes, global warming, and things. So one moving towards the global sustainability. So also one we can say is adoption of electric vehicles. So that is alternative to the traditional internal combustion engine. So internal combustion engine is basically which involves either a gasoline or a diesel. So that is again derived from a petroleum. So that again comes to the back to the fossil fuels, which is derived from the fossil fuels. So the emissions, after burning these gasoline and it's called diesel, the emissions are very, very high. Although there are preventive measures which is taken, still there are emissions which is causing global warming. So to have a good transportation technology, one can adopt electric vehicles, so which is a significant advancement in the transportation technology, so which will definitely offer a more environmental friendly and good energy efficient vehicles. So these EVs are actually powered by electric motors, thus eliminating the use of an IC engine. So this electric motors that basically run on electricity, which is stored in the battery. So batteries power the electric motors, and the electric motors derive the power for the vehicles. So you basically eliminating the need for gasoline or diesel fuel. Thus, we can say there is very, very, very no carbon emissions which can be emitted by driving the electrical vehicles. So moreover, these electrical vehicles are powered. Sorry. Yes. So we can look at the history of the electricals. Say, okay, everybody is saying electric vehicles is the future, but I would say is electric vehicle was already existing. In fact, because of technology improvement wasn't there, so that actually fell the rise of electric vehicles. In fact, in 1828, you can see the Hungarian priest and physicist. So Anius Jedlik, he invented an early type of electric motor. So that, in fact, it created a small model car by powered by a motor. So this would say the first existence of an electric vehicle. So then coming years in around between 1832 and 1839, we don't know exactly which year. The Scottish inventor Robert Anderson also invented a crude electric carriage. It in fact powered by a motor, a battery and motor. In 1835, Professor Scribendus and his assistant Becker from Germany so created a small scale electric car. So that was powered by no rechargeable primary cells. Using that power, they powered a small motor, and that helped in the locomotion of the vehicle. So this is a brief history on electric vehicles. So till today, there has been continuously enhancement in the technology of the electric vehicles. So right from 1928. So what exactly is the types of electric vehicles we could see? So in fact, it can be classified into three different types. So one is the battery electric vehicles, so which is updated as BEVs. So second is the plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, that is PHEVs, and hybrid electric vehicles. So these are the three basic classification of any type of electric vehicle. So we'll see the first one. So battery electric vehicles, these battery electric vehicles, it's very simple. So these vehicles are entirely powered by electricity stored in a rechargeable battery. So the batteries power the electric motor, and these electric motor drives the wheels of the vehicle. Thus, movement of the vehicle is being provided. So here there is no internal combustion engine, which already exists, and there is no emissions involved here, because there is no burning of any fuel here. So there's no conversion of energy. Only the conversion of energy is electrical energy, which is stored in the battery, is converted to a electrical energy and then mechanical energy. So that is the energy transfer of heat energy is there. So then BVs, see, it has gained very good popularity for their mainly friendliness and low operational cost, because there is no high complicated parts involved here. Only we have to concentrate on the type of battery. So it has made the lower maintenance cost. So that thus it became more popularity among the three types of electric vehicles. The second is the plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, so PHEVs. So this, of course, it's not a complete electric vehicle. Here you have an engine which is incorporated. So this PHEVs combine an electric IC engine with an electric motor and a battery. So they basically run on electricity alone for a shorter distance. The reason here why shorter distance is because at the disadvantage of using a combustion engine at the starting, maybe idle, and at the lower speed is emissions are higher. So as the speed increases, the emissions get little reduced comparatively. So it's preferably switch to an electric part during, at the lower speeds, thus avoiding drastic emissions. So they run on electricity alone for a shorter distance, then they switch to the combustion engine. So because at the higher speed, the efficiency of engine is better than the electric vehicle. So this setup offers, it's a great flexibility. The driver can in fact have a good efficiency at the lower speed, also at the higher speed. So which can use both, which uses both electricity as well as the gasoline or maybe a diesel. So the third one is the hybrid electric vehicle, HEVs. So of course, this is also not fully electric. So these HEVs utilize a combination of an internal combustion engine and also electric motor to improve fuel efficiency and to again reduce emissions. So again here, they no need to be plugged in. In fact, there you had to, in the previous case, you had to plug in, charge the battery, then run the motor. But here case, the battery here is charged by some concept called like regenerative braking. In fact, here kinetic energy is converted into electric energy, which is stored in the battery. So they don't need to be plugged in also. So when the vehicle is running, the battery is charged through regenerative braking and also the internal combustion engine. So these are the three different types of electric electric vehicles. So one is the battery electric vehicles. So second is the plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, and third is your hybrid electric vehicles. So what is exactly need and benefits of electric vehicles? Everybody, the need for electric vehicles arises, from a combination of different aspects when I say of a country. So one is the considering the climatic conditions. Second is the economy of the country, and also the different technological factors. So based on all these, need for electric vehicle and also their benefits is derived. So first main thing is the environmental concern. See, one of the most pressing reasons for adopting these electric vehicles at this stage is to address the environmental challenges, particularly the climate change and air pollution, which is leading to the global warming. So that has to be eradicated. So in order to emphasize the environmental concerns, the adoption of electrical vehicles is highly needed. So second, reducing the air pollution. So mainly in comparative to rural area, the urban areas suffer poor quality index. The air quality index is very low due to high emissions from the ICE vehicles. These EVs, since they give you a zero tailpipe emissions, so that can help mitigate air pollution. So in fact, reduce or eradicate these air pollutions. Also, that leading to improved public health. And it's basically human health and environment, I can say. And also, see, because the emissions have a drastic effect on the humankind, right, which can cause different respiratory and cardiovascular diseases that again leads to different diseases like cancers, etc. So all these caused only because of the highly polluted air, and especially you could highly observe in case of urban people. So that could be highly eliminated or reduced so by the adoption of electric vehicles. So next is the energy efficiency. So we can of course we can compare the efficiency of different IC engine and electric vehicles. And electric motors are inherently more efficient at converting energy. So from the electrical to the mechanical to vehicle movement. So it comparatively to the IC engines. So this efficiency contributes to reduced energy consumption. So and a lower overall demand for the fossil fuels. So if they, as already mentioned in the beginning, so enhanced system will reduce 92 tons of waste generated by UN report. So this could be achieved by the adoption of electrical vehicles. So energy efficiency also plays an important part. So next I would say is diversification of energy sources. So these EVs can take advantage of a diverse range of energy sources. See, the batteries which could be charged, it need not have to be conventionally derived electricity. In fact, we can utilize the natural sources for electric generation. So that mainly includes the renewable sources. So, solar, wind, hydro, these are all different renewable sources. And also nuclear power is, of course, that again, it is not an renewable sources, but again, you can derive it from the different sources. So diversification of energy sources can be utilized in charging the battery. So basically for electric generation and charging the battery is what I would like to mention. And also this diversification enhances the energy security and reduces mainly dependence on the imported oil. So we import oil, and of course, different power plants are being utilized for generation of current, so which can be avoided. Thus, diversification of energy sources can be main benefit from the adopting the electric vehicles. So next, the sustainable resource use. EVs provide an opportunity to reduce dependence on limited and non-renewable sources like petroleum, so which is used to produce gasoline and diesel fuel. So the transition to EVs reduces the strain on these resources and contributes to more sustainable resource management. In fact, utilization of renewable sources like solar, wind, hydropower, biomass energy, all these which can be converted to electricity indirectly. In fact, when you take, for example, a solar energy has two particular application. One is the photovoltaic and one more is the solar thermal energy. So photovoltaic directly converts solar radiation using a sort of photovoltaic convert to electricity. The other part is, again, you can utilize the heat of the solar energy, and indirectly it can be again converted into power. So by utilizing, you get more towards sustainable resources. So you can utilize more sustainable resource by adopting the electric vehicle. So main important for any country is the technological innovation. So this, again, as I mentioned, the adoption of any electric vehicle or increase in electric vehicle production is mainly due to the technological factor. One of the main is a technological factor. So technological innovation, the development and adoption of EVs drive technological advancement in basically, see the battery technology, then again energy storage, because energy storage is a very, these two topics are hot topics in the world. In fact, every minute there's some research going on the battery technology and the energy storage. So energy storage and also charging infrastructure. So since we like, unlike the IC engine, we take a fraction of seconds to fill the tank and availability. Comparatively, the EV charging is less, but still this is booming day by day. So the battery technology, in order to compensate the losses, the energy storage, again, to make sure the vehicle is at the longer run, and also charging infrastructure provided at every corner of the world, so that it is becoming more user friendly for the one who are adopting the electric vehicle. So this innovation has spillover effects into other sectors also, like grid management and renewable energy integration. They are utilizing different resources of renewable grid management, coming up with different innovations in order to make sure there is a long life battery, there is a good energy storage, and also there's a very fast charging infrastructure could be provided. So these technological innovation, of course, in fact, will boost the economy of the country. So one was economic benefits. So while at present still the initial purchase price of the EVs can be a little higher that of a IC engine also, but still EVs generally have low operating and maintenance costs. So this in a longer period, it will reduce the cost when spent on an IC engine. So over time, even the battery technology, which has been improving every day. When you take 10 years back, the battery technology was like not at that peak. I would say is not that advanced like now. So this battery technology has been improved like compared to the last 10 years. And now you can see the adoption of electric vehicle has been also increasing. So this will definitely rise the economy of a particular country. And it would become, in fact, one day you can say that both IC engine and EV vehicles are almost the same. In fact, I can say petrol prices are rising. So the charge spent on the vehicle could be very, very less. So that could be very beneficial for the economy of a country. So next is, since the technology of any country or economy is boosting, definitely there will be more job creations which could be generated. So the shift of electric vehicles, in fact, necessitates the development and deployment of new technologies, so manufacturing processes and infrastructure. So you could see even the existing automobile manufacturer, IC engine, companies, they are shifting towards the adoption of newer technologies such as electric vehicles. Right. So obviously they have to change. They have to adopt for these new technologies in order to manufacture the electric vehicles. So in terms of all the inline production line, the manufacturing processes, also for their infrastructure. So the modification has to be done. So for that, there are different jobs could be created and implemented there. So this job creates job opportunities. So there should be a lot of research to be done in terms of development, manufacturing. So as I mentioned, charging infrastructure, battery technology, and energy technology plays an important role. So for all these different sectors, there is different jobs there are different opportunities of jobs could be created. So moreover, the government policies and incentives. So many governments around the world are implementing policies to incentivize the adoption of electric vehicles. So one is the awareness to adopt the electric vehicle for moving towards global sustainability. Second, some measures, very good measures, have been taken, like there's tax credits, rebates, reduced registration fees, and preferable access to certain areas or benefits, all of which contribute to driving only EV adoption. So all these may lead to, again, in order to eradicate the global warming issues. So then again, the many countries, as I mentioned beginning, the global commitments, many countries are committed to reducing their greenhouse gas emissions and meeting international climate goals. So one such is the Paris Agreement. So the widespread adoption of electric vehicles plays a crucial role in achieving these commitments. So these are main. So the need and benefits of electric vehicles are very vast. In fact, we can talk more about this. So, of course, there are many challenges which has been involved, challenges and consideration in adoption of the electric vehicles. So one is the range anxiety. See, this concerns about the limited driving range of some EVs. So it cannot, in fact, go at a higher speed than the, like an IC engines. And the availability of the charging infrastructure can deter potential buyers. So as I mentioned, it's upcoming technological advancements are happening at a very faster rate. When you compare to last 5 years and compare now, the adoption of EV vehicles is at the faster rate. So battery technology is also continuously improving. So because of which we can achieve for a longer ranges. See, for one particular charge, full charge of battery, I could say we always wanted a longer ranges, right? So that this range anxiety will obviously, any buyer who wants to adopt for a EV vehicle will come out of it, because okay, this is one of the major demand of a particular person. So next is the charging infrastructure. So availability of charging station is crucial. So this is very, very crucial because, as the demand increases, the cost also comes down. So the demand is continuously been increasing day by day. So the charging research on the charging stations and infrastructure are also booming, and you could see more charging infrastructures also been coming up. So this infrastructure is also expanding, which still needs further development, especially in certain regions. In fact, you can see, okay, urban, yes, I can see main cities, yes, I can see. Still, if I go to a rural areas, I would definitely not see. I had to find for a different availability of a charging stations. It's something like I could say, okay, when the mobile phone came, we had many, signal problem initially. Now I think it's comparatively for last 5 to 10 years, I think the signals also improved. When I go to for a deserted area also, I'm getting signal now. So this will definitely take time, and this charging infrastructure will also be available at every point of the corner. So main importantly is the initial cost. So initial cost of these electric vehicles is expensive. So because operation costs, although its operation costs are less. See, this because of technology advances, the battery is still expensive. So I can give another example is a solar panel. So you would say solar panel was very highly priced, highly priced, and it was not affordable by many. But now you see every houses have solar panels. It's been made mandatory. So why? Because of the government policies, because of the demand, because of the availability of the materials and the improvement in the technology. So like such, even although now the initial cost of the electric vehicle is higher, so definitely these has been reducing comparatively like last 3-4 years. So it has been coming down. That is with the higher advancement in the technologies. So what is going to be the exact future outlook of this? So the future of electric vehicle looks definitely promising as technology continues to advance. As the technology is being like your TVs, what you see, you had cathode ray, very bulky TVs. Now it has been very, because of thanks to the nanomaterials, now the technology is very, you have a slim TVs also, right? And in fact, all you have it in your phone only. So phone is like a mini TV, you can do it. So the technology has been keeping. So in fact, in the electric vehicle technology also, that will also continue to advance, and definitely the future demands will be met. So main aspect is the battery technology, which is again still a major big hot topic in the world. It's been evolving, leading to improved good energy density, longer ranges, and shorter charging times also. So and different materials have been utilized in the manufacture of the batteries as well that has been adopted. So the lithium-ion batteries is the main battery which is being used in the most of the electric vehicles at present. So because of its very good efficiency. Second is the EV become more affordable. The charging infrastructure also becomes more widespread. See, the demand of the EVs is high, and many people purchase the EV vehicle. Then definitely the charging infrastructure also would be there at the every end. So it's likely that they will become the norm, like the petrol bunks, like your petrol bunks, even the charging units. So now I think most of the petrol bunks also have EV, and even apartments have EV charging facilities, even institutes and government, government sector. So many, all the MNCs, everybody is being made these charging infrastructure mandatory because of the widespread of the vehicle, electric vehicle. So additionally, the development of autonomous driving technology could further enhance the appeal of electric vehicles. So that is by optimizing energy usage. So mainly your energy conversion rate is very, very important, and improving the overall transportation efficiency. I would like to say is electric vehicles have been used in right from two-wheeler to the eight-wheeler, or maybe bus, lorry. So it's been used in every different sectors. Even now transportation, there public transportation is of EV buses. You have in fact different for logistics carrying also. They've been utilizing the EV vehicles. So now you could see more like people like Amazon, all these food delivery apps, even at the bulk things, they are utilizing the EV vehicles. So they also are coming up with very good incentives and measurable output, so that they can the public, and it's awareness one, and again the utilization of the electric vehicles, so that these technology is being moved every day. So there are many advantages and disadvantages of the electric vehicle as well. So when I say advantages, so it has got good, of course, zero emissions. It has not got any emissions. It's good for the environment, human health, and surroundings. But however, there are a certain challenging here thing, like still the technology has to be upgraded. And so the user friendliness, yes, although the vehicle is good, but still the user friendly, like your IC engines, has to be still moved further. So there then disadvantages, like you could see the batteries catching fire. So people get scared. EV vehicles, still no, technology is not being improved. The batteries catches fire. See, one I would say is why the batteries catch fire is again depends on the utilization of the person as well. So if it is not handled properly, then it may lead to one of the reason. Second reason is the manufacture of the batteries. So if at all the battery manufacturing is not 100% tested, IP6 certified, and if it is not done properly, so that may also lead to catching. So there are various, it depends on the load of the vehicle, speed of the vehicle, temperature. So every different factors add to that. So you cannot say, okay, this just because we are buying an EV vehicle, it catches fire, it is dangerous. No, definitely not. You could see there are many such vehicles still going on. Only hardly you could see maybe 5 to 10 vehicles, and maybe you couldn't catch fire. But still, that depends mainly on the manufacturing of the battery and different electrical aspects, and in fact usage of the owner without the consultation of the manufacturer. So there are so many aspects to that. So what I would like to conclude here is, so electric vehicles offer a multitude of benefits, for the future, including environmental preservation, economic advantages to countries, technological progress, and of course, at the end of the day, it is an improved public health. So then the need for electric is driven by the urgent need to the climatic change. So that is where everybody is pushing towards global sustainabilities to reduce the air pollution, to eradicate the drastic climatic conditions, to enhance energy efficiency, and to mainly incorporate global sustainability development. So you could see as the technology improves, the cost also decreases. So at present, the cost is slightly higher when compared to the IC engines. But as the technology is being increasing, the cost, the demand also increases. The cost also comes down. So infrastructure expands. The electric vehicles are poised to play a central role in shaping a cleaner and more sustainable transportation future. The next I would say is electric vehicles are transforming the automotive industry, in fact, by offering a cleaner, more efficient, and technological advancement mode of transportation. So one more is as environmental concerns and energy efficiency become increasingly important, EVs are positioned to play a significant role in shaping the future of the mobility. And last is like these advantages make a compelling case for the accelerated adoption of EVs as a crucial step, so that move towards a more sustainable and clean transportation future. So yeah, so this is, I would like to come to the conclusion. If you have any questions, please. Thank you.
Anyone having doubts regarding this can ask from sir.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Sir, some electric vehicles are burned in summer. What that reason, sir?
Yeah, as I told you, it is not only just because of the heat what you see. No, it's mainly because of the manufacture of the batteries. So battery manufacturing plays an important role. So it's not the electric vehicle, I would say. It is mainly the battery. So the battery technology. So it's still improving. So I expect more 100% safer in the near future.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Yeah.
So good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So I'm having a small doubt. While we are going through the news and all,
yeah,
we are hearing that so many electric vehicles are catching fire.
Yes.
So can you explain what are the reasons for that?
Okay. So see, basically, I already mentioned this. So see, again, it's a manufacturing of the battery plays an important role in such cases. Also, the usage of the usage of the person, without the consultation of the manufacturer, and you try to do modification and use it in a rougher way, obviously the battery, which has to be handled in a safer way. So that to be avoided. So these many reasons are there, and also the load of the vehicles and speed. So these factors add to such scenarios.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. See, mainly, I can go in the detail also. See, it's only the rare occurrence. It's not all the electric vehicles are catching fire. It's just an rare occurrence. Just because of the media, the attention, because it's a public safety, right? So potential safety concerns raised. That is mainly because of the media attention. So there's a possibility of fire in the event of serious collision also, right? So manufacturing defect also, I would say. And that will damage the battery basically. So because if any battery is damaged, it would lead to explosion. Even in your small remote, you use a small cell battery, AAA size battery also. If it is heated up, or if it is the pressure is increased, definitely it would blast. So like it's the same thing, right? What you see in the EV vehicle also. So the manufacturer plays an important role in the battery. So the battery design, see, whatever the layers of the battery is sandwiched properly, that has to be done in a very good way. There's something called IP6 certification. So this is what any battery to be certified before commercially sold. So these batteries play an important role. So they also, in fact, do some crash tests also. If I'm not wrong, there's an optimum crash test they do and find out, okay, it can withstand up to this temperature and pressure. So see, as the technology is improvising, obviously these optimum temperature and load also keeps increasing, so that everything is within that range. So yeah, that's it. And yeah, battery usage also plays a major role, no? So in fact, a very good battery is, you need not have to let it drain, and also once it is 100%, you need to plug out. This is in whether it is a phone or anything. So if this is followed, every battery, any electronic device or anything, every battery would have a very good life. Battery life. Battery life is very, very important here. Yeah, hope I answered your question. Okay, I could see some questions raised in the messages. So some suggest some project in EV. See, there are different sectors where you can take. See, like first you need to have your aim of the project, what you want to do. So you set your design objectives there. So if you have your design, like if I want to make a car, or if I want to make a, two-wheeler or a four-wheeler, so you, or a three-wheeler basically. So you fix that. And next, set your design parameters. So what you want? You want a higher speed? You want a good speed, or you want to handle it for a very good load, or you want to handle it for a passenger or anything. So you set your design parameters. Then you start working on the cost, because cost plays an important role. So if you want to reduce the cost, I think every manufacturer, what they follow to reduce the cost is to develop indigenously. So if you develop something indigenously, so it will avoid all the taxes and import costs and all. So that can avoid, so they can reduce the overall cost also. The last one definitely I would see is the duration of the projects. Duration of the parts. So every part will have a life. So based on which the overall calculation of your thing can be done. So it depends on how exactly what you want. Yeah, so electronic waste. Yes, one good question actually. So recently there was a research which is done by IIT Kanpur. So they I think you would have, most of us would read. So they suggested that EV vehicles emit more radiation, more emissions than IC engines. So they see what they meant in a way is not the exact emissions. In fact, the material which is used to make the batteries. There's something called embodied energy. See, embodied energy is nothing but the total energy which is incorporated in manufacturing a part from the scratch. Okay. Production of a part basically. So this embodied energy is higher it's higher is what they meant. Manufacturing of the battery involves, right? When I say a battery, embodied energy starts from its raw material till of the finished finished product. So that plays an important role. So that is what they have meant. So that production of these batteries, and of course recycling of these is not happening. Most of it is not possible. So that is where the emission rate is higher when compared to the IC engine. This is a recent research which was conducted by IIT Kanpur. So how can governments and industries work together to accelerate the transition of electric? See, already they are working, the government, they have given very good subsidies, not only for the person who's buying the electric vehicles, also they have in fact provided subsidies to the manufacturers also. So you could see government of India has already provided so much crores of money to make sure that indigenously built electric vehicles in our own Make in India concept. So this whoever has been doing it, not even importing and apart from the foreign country, if you do it indigenously, we are giving you so much, we will help you set up the plant and we will give you so much subsidies for your manufacturing plant. So this has already been, the industries and governments are already working together. It's not only the companies like companies, private sector companies, also the government's also playing a very important role in promoting these electric mobility. What initiatives or innovations are being developed to address the issue of EV charging infrastructure and range, right? So there are different efforts which has been taken. So see, the mainly for EV charging infrastructure and range anxiety are ongoing. It's a scene you have seen a significant progress over the years. So some initiatives I can say is expanding the charging infrastructure, right? Governments, the private companies, organizations. So they are all investing in the development of a very good charging network. So that includes installing charging stations in many places like urban areas. Now you could see, before I could not even find any. Now within half an hour I can find some charging station available. So maybe along the highways, particularly along the highways. So when I'm traveling out of station, and also workplaces, as I mentioned, institutions, government buildings, MNCs, all the tech parks. So everybody has now, even every apartment has a charging station more accessible. So that and moreover, they're looking for a fast charging stations. There's something called DC direct current fast chargers. So that has been deployed to provide rapid charging capabilities, so that you can charge faster your vehicles. So allowing EVs to gain a substantial amount of range in a smaller period. So this is what the innovation in the charging infrastructure. So that is the DC fast chargers, like your mobile phone, mobile chargers. You have that fast charging. So in the EV also there is something called DC fast chargers, which has been still developing. So they are enhancing day by day. So long distance travel also, it's becoming easier nowadays because of the availability of the EV charging infrastructure. So they're mainly focusing on the regular travel routes. I would say, see, of course, even like your public transport, if for a regular travel routes, you will have a number of buses, right? At least for one area to another area, if it's very crowded and regular, you would have like 10, 12, 15, something like that. So likewise, they have identified such, and they've been incorporating. It's been growing on, like everything. So moreover, accessibility also. So, charging station accessibility plays an important role. So you should be able to go easily charge your vehicle, or else it will be very it would not be user friendly. So it will be very, very difficult. And they're also giving what I can say is maybe, yeah, even at home charging, right? Home charging also, so they can be installed at home. So you can provide the EV owners, whoever, with a convenient way to charge overnight. And so if whoever has incorporated these facilities, they're getting incentives and rebates in their electricity bill. If at all, like the solar panels, solar water heaters or whatever installed in any building will have incentives. So even such, so like policies are available. Actually, many people are not aware of this. Even home charging solutions are also very, very useful there. So and something like you can, and battery swapping also. So you can know, once you can, like your cylinders you exchange, right? I mean, they drop the new cylinder filled one and take the emptied one. So like that also you have a battery swapping facilities, stations there are available. I mean, it's like there are available, but it's still upcoming. So basically, these are the concepts, which aims to minimize the charging time. Charging time and make it user friendly is what I can say. So hassle free is what. So they are also developing on wireless charging, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, wireless charging. So physical cables and the big plug will be also eliminated in such cases. See, mainly I would say is until you have public awareness and education, this still remain in such a scenario. So if you want to elevate it at the faster rate, educating the public about the capabilities of the EVs, expanding charging infrastructure, that is second one. I mean, in fact, the one more real world experiences of the EV can help. So all these misconceptions what they have, okay, buy a electric vehicle, it will blast. No, all these range anxiety can be in fact eliminated. So the initiatives to mainly like public awareness and educating the public is highly important. These initiatives and innovations are collectively to make these EVs a more practical and convenient choice for a different range of people. Yeah, how to increase a range AVC? It's again, it depends on different aspects. The battery technology is still improving. So whatever you have, the vehicles which has been announced to be released this year will have a higher battery efficiency. So so that will give you a very good range. So why EV vehicles cost higher? See, it's the technology. EV vehicles cost higher is because of the technology involved in manufacturing that vehicle. Particularly, there the expensive part is your battery. Battery manufacturer plays. In fact. Lithium itself, comparative to lead acid battery, which is very heavier. So lithium ion batteries are comparatively lighter, but however, extracting this lithium from the core and developing into batteries, so this plays an important role. So also one more point I would like to add here is in order to reduce this battery manufacturing cost, so they are searching for an alternative, material for battery manufacturing. So once now the research is going on sodium ion batteries. So in fact, that would cost you lesser than lithium ion batteries, but still research is going on. Sodium ion batteries are still at the amateur level. Still whatever the efficiency range what we achieved through in lithium ion battery is not provided by that band range is what lacking with the sodium ion, but comparatively the risk factor is less in the sodium ion battery. How do you foresee the integration of EVs with smart grids? Okay, how do you foresee the integration of EVs with smart grids? It basically depends on. Okay, I'm not actually an electrical person, but still I would try to answer my view of it. So maybe I can say is renewable energy integration would play very good in the energy storage. EV, which can help us smooth out the fluctuations which is involved with sources like wind and solar. See, solar is the ultimate source of renewable energy. Of course, with the solar, wind also. So these are the two main renewable energy sources where you can generate more power comparative to the other renewable energy sources. So one is renewable energy integration can be done in order to have a storage. So see, basically, in a day, if you take solar energy, can charge the battery during its duration, like solar sunshine hours is what you call, right? And in the night, in the absence of sun, of course, wind can play an important role. So you can have this hybrid system to store energy and later utilize that to charge, right? Charge your battery and you can utilize the same. Smart grids, I would say, maybe I feel it is demand and load balancing. When plugged in, the load has to be balanced equally. So it can manage the the charging times. So especially the charging times to so this is what I can make. Maybe if you could go to a proper electrical background, I would definitely get a proper answer to that, because even even this new topic like vehicle to grid technology, if I'm not wrong, vehicle to grid technology, that also enables to draw more power. So that also will be an additional benefit for the EV markets. Okay, one more question is how EV maintaining their performance in rainy season, avoiding malfunction due to water. Okay, this is a very good kind of question. Okay, fine. I can say manufacturers of electric vehicles take these measures. What you asked, malfunction due to water. Or maybe during rainy season. Okay, since it's an electrical vehicle, so how to avoid and also to have the same performance like in the other times, right? These particularly, it all depends on the manufacturers of electric vehicles. So they take various measures, to ensure that whatever vehicle they manufacture, it contains the same performance, and also they would try to avoid these malfunctions. So they do various tests before coming out. See, everybody now follows a design thinking process where, the innovation and design thinking comes a major play here. See, unlike your 20, 30 years, you have different approaches, like one such as a single approach example. So when the energy demand started increasing, the problems also started complexing itself, So the complex problem has to be, it was not fulfilled completely by those like linear approaches and all. So they, of course, the theories came up, there's different theories came up. So once as its latest, where every sector is being utilized as innovation and design thinking, that is becoming a completely revolutionized something. These design thinking, see, there are 5 stages of design thinking. Basically, there is one as empathize, you find out the opportunities, then you define the opportunities and create the third is your ideation, and fourth is the prototype. So then fifth is the testing. So obviously without testing, the process or product what you develop is not going to be a successful one, and you cannot claim it as a successful one. So that plays an important role. So the testing, every company does it. So in fact, one vehicle it takes 2 to 3 years after they patent. it takes 2 to 3 years to come out. So you imagine 2 to 3 years is not a small time duration, right? So they test it properly. See, even any vehicle for that matter, they test it. You could see many magazines who just show you, okay, this is a spied vehicle which is upcoming from this company, so and so company. They test it to a maximum extent. That is how they give some warranty or such, and okay, our vehicle is giving so much so and so range, etc. So mainly even for handling the wet conditions. So for example, when you if it is a rainy heavy rain also, so they would have each component, as I mentioned, right? When I'm designing some thing, you have your design objective, you have your design parameter set, and the second two most, third, next, and fourth is the cost and the life of the so durability. So the life. So they keep these components, check the components. So they, in fact, even for the rainy season also, they do it. So they seal their components. They provide preventive water. Water testing. So this much amount of water, it's nothing will happen. So something like that. The critical components mainly in your electric vehicle is your battery pack, electric motors, and your ECU. I think electronic control units. So they are all always enclosed in a water resistant casings. So to protect them from even the moisture. Sometimes the moisture also may damage the electrical parts because it's very sensitive. So that also they check and they make sure even the moisture content is avoided. So they do the waterproofing there. So they design it such a way that they are very good ceilings, they're protective from all these. Like nowadays you find your mobile phones, you can drop it in your water. Some phones, I went to a shop, the phone was put inside a water and kept it, even the earphones also. So like that, they test every material, every electronic material, and they take preventive measures. Can we run the vehicle on the solar energy without using battery? Is it possible? Actually, it is possible, but the size of the solar panel would be very high. It depends on, again, manufacturing of the vehicle is very, very important in this case. If you are using a solar energy, if using a solar energy, then yes, through the controller you can run the motor, but you have to do that calculation properly. And that again, when you incorporating in a vehicle, that vehicle load, the weight of the vehicle, and every part, it plays an important parameter there. So ISIE is, in fact, this year is the 10th year of ESVC, Electric Solar Vehicle Championship. So they mainly check for, there's one solar endurance factor itself. They check only without the battery, directly the vehicle to be run from the solar energy. So that is a very good initiative from the ISIEINDIA. So you can go through their websites, USVC, you can follow. So you can get a more idea on solar energy without using battery to run the vehicle. So any more questions? So then okay, thank you so much for everyone attending. I would say more than 150 participants. I'm very glad. So first of all, we should thank ISIEINDIA for giving such an opportunity, and we would request them again to conduct sessions like these often, so that it educates people. So I could see many people who are traveling also here, so they're listening to me. So this is very good initiative. So we have to appreciate each one of us. So learning is a very important factor here. So and obviously I need to thank my institute also, Nitya Meenakshi Institute of Technology, for providing this opportunity. So thank you one and all present here.
Okay, thank you, Harish, for providing this much of learning to our learners. Okay, hello learners. Thanks for attending the webinar. I hope you all like the webinar and looking the exposures for new opportunity. So here I would like to introduce ISIE India products, which will help you enhance your skills. So come take a look of a small video about ISIE India courses that helps to enhance learning and gives the opportunities for the placement. Okay, come have a look.
You want to expand your knowledge of electric vehicles and want to secure a good job in the automotive industry? Let me help you to get there with our online and offline products. ISI India has been offering specific domain courses as per the industry demands with perks like pay after placement, no cost EMI, placement assurance, globally valid certification by Automotive Skill Development Council ASDC and National Skill Development Corporation NSDC Government of India. We have range of courses in electric vehicle, computer-aided design and engineering, including postgraduate certification and executive PG program in EV, professional master certification program, specialization programs, fundamental programs, and internship in EV, CAD, and CAE. Our postgraduate certification program in EV is specially designed for the students with 120 plus online learning hours, 100 plus hours of industrial projects and internship to give exposure of various computational tools for hybrid electric vehicle applications. It is a 12 months assured placement course with pay after placement, thus encouraging the learning without financial constraints. The course is globally valid, certified from NSDC Government of India. Our executive postgraduate program in EV is specially designed for the working professional who want to upskill themselves or looking for a career change in the EV industry. With 120 plus online learning hours, 20 plus hours of industrial projects. It is a 9-month assured placement course with globally valid certification from NSDC and ASDC Government of India. Our professional master certification program in EV, CAD and CAE is specially designed for the undergraduate students to pave their career path by providing industry relevant skills with 100 plus online learning hours, 5 plus hours of industrial projects. It is a 6-month placement assistance course with globally valid certification from NSDC Government of India. Along with the courses for skilling, reskilling and upskilling, at engineering institutes across India, we are setting up a state-of-art facility, Center of Excellence for e-mobility research and skill-based education, which is equipped with research and project-based learning-oriented experimental setups. This Center of Excellence is not only limited to educate the students, but also it will be utilized for research, innovation and product design and development. It is a combination of 6 labs including EV powertrain training and research lab, battery BMS training and research lab, EV charging and battery swapping lab, software modeling and simulation lab, innovation lab and renewable energy lab. Each lab is consist of number of customized workbenches and machineries. Few of them includes EV drivetrain experimental setup and motor testing workbench, hybrid drivetrain experimental setup with data logger, EV machine cutout section workbench, 2-wheeler, 3-wheeler, 4-wheeler training workbench, battery load capacity testing, battery BMS with CAN protocol workbench, V2G setup, on or off-grid work charging station, battery swapping, autonomous vehicle training workbench, solar power generator and software solutions and many more. No matter from which branch you study, we commit to skill and assure you a success in your career.
Okay, thank you everyone for
Joy on
watching the
thousands of
video.
faces, becoming their partner along with the journey towards success. Join us.
Okay, thanks everyone for watching this video. Hope you guys have understood the products. So any of you wants to enroll in the course or interested in the courses, so kindly send us the inquiry through a QR code that is displayed in your screen. Thank you everyone.
The one who are asking for a feedback form, for that they can fill a Google review for us ISI India charging career. Hope you will find the link in chat box. Okay, just copy this link and paste on your browser. Then you can go for a Google review option. Hope you can write a Google review for us, ISI India charging career. The link is given on chat box, and certificate will be shared by your mail. And the one who have filled the Google review, they can leave for this meeting.
सर ये फीडबैक पेज ओपन नहीं हो रहा सर.
You can write a feedback on the Google review also. Just copy this message and paste on your any browser or WhatsApp. Then click on that link.
Sir, link cannot be copied, sir. Link cannot be copied.
सर गूगल रिव्यू पेज एरर आ रहा सर.
Okay, you can try after later. Just copy this link and keep on your notepad and anything else.
Okay sir. Okay.
Or just try in Google Chrome. I think then you will get redirected to the Google review page. Yes, one who have filled the who have done the Google review, they can leave for this meeting. And for course inquiry, they can scan this QR code, and then our executive will call you.